And moving on, we have Julia Jones from physics at UW-Parkside, presenting on the development of YBCO-based sandwich type SIS tunneling Josephson junction device. You may begin.
Nanofabrication of an SIS tunneling Josephson junction device seems like something straight from an episode of Star Trek. It might not make a lot of sense yet, but don't worry. By the end of this pitch, you will have an idea about Josephson junction devices, their applications, and the successful results of our new design and fabrication methods. So to start, an SIS Josephson junction is a nanoelectronic device containing an extremely thin layer of an electrical insulator sandwiched between two superconductor layers. So S stands for superconductor and the I stands for insulator. What's groundbreaking about this device is electric current can flow even in the absence of an electric voltage or current source. These devices are essential components in many areas of modern technology, including squid biomagnetometer sensors used in the medical field. Brain imaging and magnetocardiography are performed with such sensors, and Josephson junctions allow us to access an entire frontier of biomedical knowledge. We are currently working to fabricate a high-temperature YBCO-based Josephson junction device, which offers many advantages over the conventional low-TC superconductor-based devices already on the market. For example, in hospitals, the current systems I mentioned have to use liquid helium as the coolant. Our high-temperature devices can be cooled with liquid nitrogen, and it's estimated that this will cut purchasing and operating costs in half. This is because nitrogen is readily available and easy to retrieve, as it makes up 78% of our air, whereas helium makes up less than 1%. Additionally, cryogenic system simplicity ensures our systems would be cheaper, safer, and more convenient to use. If systems can be utilized for about half the price, imagine the opportunity for widespread distribution within hospitals, especially those with limited resources. Fabricating a high-quality junction is challenging because the insulator must be only a nanometer thin, which is 1/1000th of a meter, while maintaining high electrical resistivity. This property, along with the critical current of the device, makes up the ICRN product, which directly relates to the efficiency of the junction. Our research group has been collaborating with laboratories on the national and university level, including UW-Madison and the National Institute of Standards and Technology, to combat these challenges. We use various methods, which for the sake of time, I will describe simply as solid state reactions and pulse laser deposition to grow a bilayer of YBCO superconductor and PVCGO insulator. We have thoroughly tested this bilayer, and the results confirm our growth process is highly successful and yields excellent properties such as the high ICRN product I mentioned earlier. We are working on completing the nanofabrication process by adding the third and final layer of the SIS junction, which will undergo even more testing to ensure it is high quality and reproducible. The scientific community is always working to learn more about the world we live in and how we can benefit our lives from that knowledge. Our research on the development of high-temperature Josephson junction devices is an example of such work. System simplicity, higher efficiency, and low-cost production are all benefits of this cutting-edge technology we are in the final stages of fabricating. Thank you everyone for attending, my research advisor, Home Condell, and also WiSys and the UW system for the funding to make this research possible.
Thank you, Julia. Questions from the judges?
Julia, what does it take to manufacture this? Is this specialized manufacturing equipment to drive the cost of production and scalability, or is this can be routinely manufactured like other devices?
So that is one of our main goals of making these YBCO-based high-temperature devices, is that they will be more simple to use, therefore more cost efficient. We do have to use a lot of very technological machines, such as the pulse laser deposition, which requires a very high powered vacuum and a high frequency laser. So as of right now, they are a little bit not so cost effective, and that is what we are trying to combat.
Julia, do you have sort of like a real world example of how this could be put into use on either a consumer or business side? I mean, like what would change if this material were truly available? And maybe that's a big question.
So right now the applications are Other applications besides the biomagnetometer sensors I mentioned include high frequency detectors used in airport security, quantum computing, geophysical measurements. We have communications with GE Healthcare and also Bruker for next generation MRI machines. And we also have patents that are in the works currently.
Okay.
Besides the high frequency detectors for the airports, they are also have applications in NASA and the Department of Defense.
Thank you.